This is a Capstone project presentation by yours truly, Chong. So, a brief introduction. I am Chong and I had a brief stint in game development. I studied and graduated in UCSI University in a Bachelor of Game Design with second-class honors. Over the last 3 months, I have had the pleasure and opportunity to seize the chance of learning with Sigmaschool, an intensive bootcamp that was able to hold me up and hold me to a standard and train me over the last 3 months into a fully fledgling full-stack web app developer. The skills that I bring with my background are a focus on innovation. I am very driven by innovation and driving what's new, even iteration. I bring an eye for detail, for data organization, and scope management. My inspiration for this project. There is a YouTuber that I always like watching a lot. His entire channel revolves around gaming challenges. And their gaming challenges at one point briefly featured ChatGPT, and their videos are centered around doing fun stuff with it. So the first video is about him getting a lot of spammers since he used to work in tech, but then he decided to rewrite his LinkedIn profile since he was no longer interested in that, so that it was completely asinine. And then he also forced the ChatGPT to play a children's kids adventure game called Pajama Sam. These are my main inspirations. So what I took away from this is there's a way to do fun stuff with AI. And here comes the pitch. Did you know that around 60% of independent game developers find that getting press coverage is the hardest part of launching a game? Meanwhile, content creators might struggle with burnout. They might be tasked with reviewing dozens of titles a month, especially in established firms, leading to rushed formulaic reviews or simply missing out on covering similar genres. Amateur reviewers are often unorganized, missing crucial details like performance, audio, gameplay mechanics. The unfortunate reality is quality reviews require time to play and write and digest, which most creators cannot guarantee to have. Many reviewers also don't know how to translate their personal experience into a persuasive professional article or script. So, introducing my project, CherryPick is a video game review site assisted with AI to review structure for bloggers and gaming journalists. It is not an automated text generator. It is a co-pilot that guides you through the review process to produce honest, structured, and engaging content while keeping your voice intact. And there's also a secret gimmick that we'll see.
Okay.
So the technologies I incorporated this first is the hardest of them all, a real stinger. I utilized Redux, which is a global state management tool, and I also used Firebase for authentication and image storage. And finally, I used Axios for promise-based requests. For the front end, I utilized the Bootstrap styling framework, and I also used other miscellaneous JavaScript memories like React Router DOM, use hooks, local storage. And I also utilized external APIs like a course proxy and an undocumented Steam store search API. Now, the challenges I have ran into: too much sauce in one pan. Writing all of your front-end code in one piece makes it really difficult to add to it every time you have to look through the entire file without the feeling of being overwhelmed. If you use the prettier code extension, your code looks like Christmas lights, and I sometimes feel like I have to look away to hear myself think. I had to overcome them by splitting them into separate React components and linking them together like twigs off of a main branch. Understanding async thunk in Redux is challenging because it introduces asynchronous side effects into a purely synchronous state management. This mainly impacted debugging the most because of the separation between the dispatch action and the eventual state update. I prioritized cutting through the architectural spaghettification and the bloat that is tightly coupled with API logic. Once I found out the secret to multitasking is to not multitask at all, the pieces gradually fell into place. So here is the demo for the project. And while you're using that, I would like to pull up the demo video that I have separate. This is the CherryPick in the mobile responsive UI. When you press the create new review button and you type in a game name that you have used before. They type in the game name and they press the search button for the game you want to review. This should be pulled in from the Steam Sausage API, so if it's on Steam, it's there. And this is a little bit of time to give it a generation. And this is your personal AI generated review that you should probably look through at least once. And that's your review. You tell your playtime and your rating, and optionally you can upload an image that you would like. This is the create new review functionality. Other than that, you can also try to edit a review and you can type in any additional content if you want. This is Have you made your own review? Yeah.
Are you able to send in a review?
You mean like this?
Yeah, you should probably look through it.
I did.
Submit.
Wait,
You're adding in a picture as well.
Yeah, I'm adding a picture. So what I just went through here is I edited the text of the content and I also edited my own video, which should be coming up shortly. There we go. And finally, I can also, the delete button can also help you delete reviews.
So it takes a while, is it?
Yeah, it takes a while.
102 hours.
That is real. I have put up 102 hours in Satisfy. Is it working?
Still loading.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's fine. Can you pull up
Is your Replit on maybe? Did you use Replit for this?
I used Replit for this, yes.
Is it on? Because sometimes if it's not loading, it means Replit is not on.
I uploaded the backend to Vercel, so it should be working.
Do you want to open it up
That's
on
unfortunate.
your laptop? Just to like showcase this.
Of course. Hold on. So what were you reviewing earlier?
The new Digimon Time Stranger game.
Oh no. So it did come up, right?
It did come up. The AI gave another game instead.
Oh no. So here is the review. I will create a review for, let's see.
Expedition 33.
That's fine, yeah, of course. Expedition 33, if that's how you put it.
It should be on Steam.
There we go.
Let's go! Oh, is there a red screen on my side?
No. Use a breathtaking turn-based RPG set within guide group stands out by using Tricia is highly anticipated because it serves as the first competitive kart racer. Oh wow. No, that sounds about right. But
Kart racer.
Right. Served first highly proclaimed turn-based RPG after Final Fantasy.
Oof.
Damn.
Big claims. Big claims.
So do I just turn mine off?
Yeah.
You might have to refresh.
Oh,
Damn.
Nice.
Right. Here we go. Alright, now onto now I will resume the presentation.
Okay, now mine's not loading still.
Oh no. So, the features and functionality. So, as you may have noticed, sometimes the AI generates like a little factual error for you. That helps to hold you accountable for once offering your own reviews, while also maintaining the benefit of creating fast reviews with a bit of an AI assistance. This is about holding the user first and accountable for their own reviews. And a little bit of future addition I would like is to further polish up the UI a bit and update the app to allow uploading multiple images at once. So, well, my learning experience was this for us. Throughout this learning project, I completed a highly practical and transformative learning experience. Utilizing Redux Toolkit extensively indicates I have gained strong hands-on experience with predictable state management, which is a key requirement for modern complex React applications. Furthermore, being given the feedback to begin adopting a business mindset ensures my future technical solutions solve real-world problems efficiently rather than just looking good on paper. So, in conclusion, I created a full-stack web application of a video game review website. I would like to thank my mentor, Adam, for their bountiful energy and dedication in supporting my learning experience. The resources I pulled from the project to make this possible include the Visual Studio Code Agent, Bootstrap libraries, Axios, Redux, Firebase, and Neon Console. And last but not least, the excellent learning material provided by the awesome Sigmaschool team. Thank you for your time.